serving Milwaukee Brewers. Eric, who stands out to you?
Yeah, you know, Neil Walker is a guy that's looking to turn things around. He's without a steal in this series. Not a stat line you hear about him too often. Just needs to work on getting on base, and then he can think about being aggressive and taking an extra 90 feet.
First pitch, 120.
The 0-1 pitch. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. EK, one-year-old ball clubs. The Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing well. Winners of 5 straight prior to that game.
And after the loss last time out, that sets up a rubber match here in the finale. So I'm expecting this to be the best game of the 3.
This one's flared toward left center. Russell able to tuck this one in for out number 1. With that, here's a look at the Brewers starting lineup. What do they need to do to get a win on the road here today, Steve?
Well, you know, they rely so heavily on stringing hits together. They haven't had a lot of extra base hit power. They need more of that if they're going to be successful on a daily basis.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Fastball misses inside, it's even at 1. The rain, as we've mentioned, coming down fairly steadily here at game time. EK, how'd you like playing in the rain?
It wasn't that bad. The only problem, sometimes up at the plate, batting gloves would get wet while it was raining. It made it a little difficult to hit.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
Yeah, that's a nice job right there. After the pop-up to start the ball game, he's sitting all over this one. And they'll have their first base runner here with 1 away.
Ryan Braun will get his first opportunity now. He's got to be feeling pretty good about things recently as you see his numbers over the course of the past 10 ball games. He's set. Here it comes. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul for the second strike. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, Anthony Rizzo is really the centerpiece for this Cubs ball club. Offensively, we know what he does. Defensively, he really holds this infield together. Very fluid over at first base, good soft hands, and has a good throwing arm as well.
1-0 pitch on the way. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95-plus mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Tried to shoot the corner, and he missed it. 2-2.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Lined hard toward right center. In there, a base hit. Neil Walker steps up to the plate with a great chance to drive in a run here in the early going.
And you know, you hear it all the time, but scoring first really is a big deal in this game. Statistically, your chance of winning the game goes up quite a bit when you score first. So this is a big opportunity right now. And this one will go down as an infield single, and a pretty painful one at that. It looks like he's all right out there, but things are getting worse for him now as this thing's going to load the bases.
In there at the knees, strike 1.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
You got two down.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
Well, this would be a big break for him here in the first inning if he can get out of this.
Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
Oh, that's what you call getting in tight with fastball.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Brewers leave them loaded. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Slade Heathcott will dig in here to start out the top of the second. 7-8-9 here in a scoreless ball game.
And they'll be looking to make amends for that top of the first where they got the bases loaded but couldn't get anyone home.
Bryant with the bare hand. Safe.
Oh, love the effort, though.
Almost got him after the great stop, but it's a base hit, and the leadoff man's on to start the inning.
No one out now.
Stepping in now, Patrick Thomas grounded down the third baseline. But this is foul for the first strike.
Hey, let's turn it. Plays it
0-1 count and the pitch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Hit hard towards center, and that'll get down for a base hit. Coming to the plate now, Martin Acosta, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. And no surprise to see the pitcher squaring around as he gets this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
Now batting.
Anthony Mosher will get a second crack at it here. He flied out to lead off the ball game. Hit hard to short. Only play will be to first as we'll see our first run score here as this is a 1-0 ball game.
Just a simple ground ball right here, but that's going to do the trick. And that puts our first run on the board here on the RBI groundout.
Jonathan Lucroy is in to try and get that second run of the inning across as he'll have a runner at third now with 2 away.
Yeah, 1 run's good, but you don't want to leave that guy stranded at third base. It'd be clutch right here if you could get him in somehow.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch bounces off his glove, and that could be a run. And it is a run.
Definitely the wrong time to have this happen. I mean, this is just a gift right here. You can see this ball is going to kick right off his glove and bounds away, and that's going to allow that runner to score standing from third.
2 out, nobody on. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
And there's a called strike at the knees as he was hoping for a base on balls there, but it's a full count now, 3-2. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Yeah, Matt, Clyde has a bit of a reputation for rewarding pitchers that pound the bottom of the zone. Calls the game well, but we might see some strike calls below the zone that hitters aren't going to be too happy with.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. The pitcher, Darren James, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
And the pitcher will indeed try and move his runners as he gets this one down. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely. Tommy La Stella will come forward now as we give you a look at his home and away splits so far this year. Has to be thinking strikeout here. A swinging bunt to the mound.
All right, you're here.
And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
Well, this is going to get him a run closer.
Let's fry. Let's go right
So
here.
striding in, Jason Hayward, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Ground ball right side. And this goes right past him. Oh, my. That might plate two. In to score is the runner from third. It's now a 2-2 ball game. Chris Bryant gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Hit hard back up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. Notch one in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 3-2 ball game. So he's able to come through here with 2 away, and that's a good time to check out our RBI leaders on the league leaderboard. Back with Eric Harris and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as Ryan Braun steps forward to get things started here in the Milwaukee half of the inning. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Man, I don't know what he's waiting for. That one was even more down the middle than the last one was.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Well, this is a scroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Justin Bohr comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
And, you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Third inning, already a 3-2 ball game.
Hey, all right, here we go now.
Oh, and he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now.
He's making quick work of the middle of this lineup. Back-to-back strikeouts against their number 3 and 4 hitters.
Neil Walker stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Into the windup and the pitch. Into the seats, 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Not only is he close to going through the heart of this lineup, he may even strike out the side.
chop foul. Do it again. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. Still a 3-2 ball game. Darren James will get a shot now in an RBI spot, so a chance to help his own cause here.
And he's got a hit in the game already, so he can handle the bat at least a little bit.
One time.
From the stretch. Liner towards second. In there. Base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
Boy, it's only the 3rd inning here, and he's already given up more hits so far than he did in his entire start last time out. He hasn't been able to reproduce what he had going on last time, at least not to this point.
Tommy LaStella stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the 3rd.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
Sent on the ground out to second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Domingo Santana is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Bryant charging this one. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Slade Heathcott.
Slade Heathcott stands in. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Ground ball left side. Russell has it. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
That's a ball hit not all that hard that time, so it's a nice effort at shortstop, moving to his right and then just slinging that thing all the way over to first to make the play. Boy, that's a strong arm.
Hey, play the first.
Patrick Thomas is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
2 down now, 2 down.
Hit sharply toward the right side, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned a corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
Martin Acosta stands in as he looks at a called strike. We're in the 4th inning of a 4-2 ball game. And he misses with it. 1-1.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
2-1.
Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2.
Boy, a 2-out single, now nearly a hit by pitch. You got to be careful right here not to let this inning get away from you.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Hit on the ground to short. Gloved by Russell. The toss will go to LaStella at second, and the force out means the inning is over. Milwaukee leaves 1, still down by a count of 4-2. Anthony Mosher heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Stay ahead right here.
Hit out towards second. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away.
Now batting. Catcher.
Jonathan Lucroy will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips.
Let's go, boys.
And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. 4-2 our score here as we play inning number 5. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Backhanded. Off balance throw, but he couldn't get enough on it, so it'll be scored as an infield single. Ryan Braun will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
And he is down on strikes again, so get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Boy, this has been a real nice series for him so far. That's 6 strikeouts right now in this series alone. Man, that's a rough weekend at the ballpark.
Justin Bohr is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1.
Here we go.
Called strike at the knees, 1-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Hits are even at 7 apiece. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Home run number 9 on the year, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Here's Neil Walker.
Second baseman. Neil Walker.
As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1.
Plays at 1 now.
And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, man.
Yeah, this pitch is just nowhere near the target. You see it run in and catch him right about thigh high. I have a feeling the bruise will be worse than the pain. That'll leave a nice rainbow for a good couple of weeks.
Into the box now, Domingo Santana as he swings and hits this one foul off to the right and out of play.
Plays at 1.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball to straightaway left. Schwarber is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. Home half of the Slade Heathcott steps in here to lead off the 6th as the rain continues to fall here. Here's the first pitch to him. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. Hits ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And to me, this just looks like the classic case of a guy who's giving it his all this afternoon, but he's just flat out of gas.
On the ground up the middle. Russell's got it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, shortstop, Patrick.
Settling in now, Patrick Thomas. He singled his last time up.
Here we go now. Let's go.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Strike!
And that's dead center for strike 1. Both teams with 8 hits in this one.
Hey, we got 1 out here.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Boy, tough slider right there. Had him leaning back. I don't think he could have done anything with that pitch, even if he did swing at it. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
And this is why, as a hitter, working the count in your favor is so important. I mean, here, this is probably a ball, but you can't risk taking this pitch on 1 and 2 and hope that you get the benefit of the umpire's call. You pretty much have to swing at it, even though you probably wouldn't have been able to do much with it in the first place.
Here.
Strike 2 on the curveball. 0-2.
Hard to believe he let that one go. I mean, that was right on a platter for him.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. Jorge Soler is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he only had 1 hit, but he definitely made it count.
Doesn't get much better than this. Afternoon baseball from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, it's the second of this 3-game series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs. Cubs baseball starts right now. Gregory Polanco makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Right fielder, Gregory Polanco.
And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over for a called strike one. EK, one-year-old ball clubs, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
And they've got themselves a pretty good-sized lead in the division coming into play. Certainly not out of reach yet, but they've got to be pretty comfortable with where they're sitting at this point in the year.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Fastball, strike 3 called, and he's caught looking to begin the afternoon. A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
Well, I'll be keeping an eye on what that leadoff hitter can do in this one. His on-base percentage over the last 10 games is over 500. He's been absolutely on fire at the plate, so they're going to have to be very careful about how they approach him.
Jung Ho Gong comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Had some rain here late last night, but no thunderstorms in the forecast today. Game time temperature 89 degrees. Hit hard back up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
And this is something they've worked on in the batting cages, taking some of the movement out of his swing. Much more compact now, and he's seeing some definite results.
That's a ball.
And he takes ball 1. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Well, kind of strangely, Holiday has a bit of a reputation for rewarding the high strike. And that can really upset the hitter sometimes because the pitcher isn't usually trying to throw it there. So we'll see if any of that shows up.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. To 2-2 now.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down. And with that, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, Anthony Rizzo is really the centerpiece for this Cubs ball club. Offensively, we know what he does. But defensively, he really holds this infield together. Very fluid over at first base, good soft hands, and has a good throwing arm as well.
Get ahead, stay ahead.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. Around third and being waved on home.
Relay.
And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Boy, a big spot for that. Comes through with a 2-out RBI triple to pick up the first run of the ball game.
Francisco Cervelli is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0.
And in the first inning, with this guy already looking a little shaky, I think you let him throw you one here. He hasn't proven to me that he can find the strike zone yet.
Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now 2-0.
Yeah, he's looked at 2 close pitches. You get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
Here it comes, 2-0. 3-0 now. Green light here on 3-0.
Yeah, I want my run producer swinging the bat. If it's my number 7 hitter, probably not.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Not turned loose there. I thought that he might be swinging with 2 away, but apparently not.
Here's the 3-1. Hot shot to third. Bryant is up with it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Pirates get just the 1, and that's all. We'll move on to the bottom. Josh Harrison makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Josh Harrison.
Hey, we got no out.
And the first pitch here is below the knees, but he gets him to chase it, and it's 0-1. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Wow, what an at-bat he's having right now. He's fought off some tough pitches. He's laid off a few pitches like that one. And now he's worked his way back to a 3-2 count.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone. A solo shot here to left, and that'll give the Pirates a 2-0 lead.
And about the only silver lining to this one from a defensive standpoint is the fact that it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. So you can survive it when this guy's hitting just solo shots. It's when he's doing his damage with 2 or 3 guys on base that things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Ira Taylor stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. He'll check in here at 256. 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1.
And if he wants to turn things around, that's a pitch that he's going to need to start locating better.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
And this is another frustrating at-bat for him on the mound. I mean, he's burned through 15 pitches on just these last 2 hitters.
Lined back over second. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
No runner.
Boy, we always talk about pitch speeds from pitchers. How hard are they throwing the ball? How hard was that ball hit back up the middle? Way harder than it was thrown, I can guarantee you that.
First pitch on its way. That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And a swing, and here's another big drive as this ball sent high and deep to left center field. And the long ball will burn him for the second time in the inning. Another home run. So a 2-run shot to left center as the Pirates have opened it up now 4-0.
Here we go, boys.
Stepping in now, Jeremy Hellickson. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take
Hey, we got
advantage.
no one.
There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Liner towards second. Throw on to first, and they're finally able to get on the board here. There's one away.
Up next for the Pirates, right fielder.
Gregory Polanco will get his second shot at it now. He was called out on strikes to open up the ball game.
And remember, they got him on a fastball, so I got to figure they're going to attack him the exact same way.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, he has been patient up there, but now he's backed himself into a corner.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
3 runs already home here. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Polanco around first, heading for second now. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
And another hard-hit ball off of him right there. And that's not the first one he's allowed so far. As you take a look at his line, not too much to write home about right there. This has not been one of his better performances at all.
Jung Ho Gong is in for the second time now as he looks at a ball inside 1-0. Gotta wonder if the natives will start to get restless here.
Well, it's definitely not the start to this game this crowd was hoping for. Far from it.
Hayward in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down. Striding into the box, Andrew McCutchen. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1.
Now remember, he does have a base open here if he needs it. But this inning's already taken a big toll on him so far. So I'm not sure he'd want to make it any longer than he has to.
And a high strike there. It's 1-1.
Yeah, I don't think you want to come in throwing a lot of high changeups. That's a pitch he's going to have to get lower in the strike zone.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Line drive to center field. Jones is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. Lorenzo Cain is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1.
Now, after a rough couple of innings, you'd like to give your guy a chance to straighten himself out here, but I also think you got to keep your options open in case he just doesn't have it.
Chopped foul right at home plate. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Jones on the move. He's got it 1 away. Francisco Cervelli stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Cervelli.
Get ahead of him right here.
And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. That's right there at the belt. 1-2 now. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Here's the pitch. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full. 3-2.
We saw this in his last start. He just hasn't been.
Ooh, he saws him off with that one. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Oh, and a good curveball that time as it's taken for a called strike 3, and there are 2 away.
And you can't really say he's been dominant on the mound, but when he moves his pitches around, that's what makes him so effective. And this at-bat right here, it's a great example of what I'm talking about.
Hey, infield plays at 1 here.
Josh Harrison stands in. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
2 down now.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Darren James digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
Here's Hellickson back to work now as he jumps ahead of the first man to greet him here. It's strike 1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Hey, get your pitch right here. Come on now.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Ira Taylor is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th. Into the windup and the pitch.
Leading off for Pittsburgh.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
And for that guy right there, this is going to be an important inning. He's already given up 4 runs through 3. And you know, they need to get a minimum of 5, hopefully 6 innings out of him. So he needs to show something right here.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1.
And you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
Sinking line drive out to right center. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
And now you just start to wonder, how much is the heat taken out of this guy? You see the pitch count. It's not all that bad just yet, but he's been in and out of trouble a few times already. So he's definitely had some max effort innings.
And that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
Now batting.
Jeremy Hellickson, the pitcher, digs into the box. So in a definite sacrifice situation here with 2 on and nobody out. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
Now batting. Right fielder.
Gregory Polanco steps in, working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Check swing grounder to the right side. Only chance is a bare hand. Safe.
And almost a great play.
Fantastic play, but he's unable to finish with an out, and runners will be at the corners now with 1 gone. On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden, and he's going to motion for the bullpen as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. And guys, victory wouldn't have been possible for the Pirates here without the start turned in by this man, Jeremy Hellickson. Talk about a worthy recipient. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, definitely no debate as far as I'm concerned. He was really